Boxguitar here. By request, a 2-string humbucker diddley bow, fretless. That's a mouthful. Well, basically, it's a cigar box guitar without frets, and I'm using what looks like a broom handle. Red oak, circular neck. 2 strings, that's it. Bolt for a bridge. 1 volume control, regular old guitar input right there. Old school style. These have been around for a long time. And I've made and shipped and sold a whole ton of these over the past 20 years. And I've had a lot of people asking me, do some more of those diddley bow videos. So I thought, what the heck? Today's the day, right? So this is a rounded neck. Looks just like a broom handle. There are no frets on it. But you can still fret it. What? How do you fret with no frets, Jag? Well, don't fret. You can fret with no frets. Basically, just put your finger on whatever string you want and press it down, and you have a drone string, which is the bass string currently. So I'm fretting the 1st string on the 5th fret, and I've got the open bass string, the low string. So I'm playing 2 notes at once. And I'm sliding up, currently, you can slide up anywhere, but currently from the 3rd fret to the 5th fret with the 1st finger on the 1st string. And that's my drone string. Strumming both strings, and the bottom string is my drone string, which means it's open, and I'm fretting on the 1st string. Of course, you can do it the other way around. Of course, you can play slide as well. So there's no frets at all on this fretboard. So you're getting every tiny little millimeter. You got all these notes in between. Just like if you're playing slide guitar. But you're fretting. Gives it a whole different sound. Currently, the big string is the drone string, which means it's an open string. I'm not fretting anything on that one, but I'm fretting the 1st string. You can do it the other way around. I'll do that in a second. So I'm literally using my finger to play slide. And the big string is droning. course, I can fret the big string as well. So now I'm fretting the first string. And I've got the low string open. If you want to play, quote, traditional style, you can do that too. I'm not much of a bass player, but I use my thumb and my first finger. Just pretend like there's frets there. Thumb on the big string, first finger on the second. Now you can slide into this and pretend like you have a slide on your finger, but you're really sliding with your finger, pressing the string down. So if I take a slide and play that same lick, it's very similar, but a different tone because I'm not pressing the string down. I'm sliding it with the slide, but I'm not pressing the string down. Now, when I put the slide back over there on my table and use my first finger to slide, it's very similar, but slightly different tone. All right, so far, I'm using the big string as a, quote, drone, which means it's open, and I'm fretting the first one. Well, now I'm going to fret the second one, and I'm going to have the first one open, the opposite, in other words. So my melodic string is the big string this time instead of the small string. Some people call it the melody string. Right here, I'm fretting on the first string, and now I'm fretting on the second. So, Jag, what would you use this for? Well, creating music. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. A lot of people will do this type of strumming, and they'll have a drone note, and then they'll have the melody string. Now, if you want to get funky, that's more traditional bass style playing. But what I really like about this is I can slide up and down. So it gives it more of a funky sound to me. Now I'm strumming, obviously, using the nail on my first finger. Just pretend like you have a pick in your hand, but you don't, and you're strumming with that nail, first finger. Gives it a different sound. Is pretending like I have a pick in my hand. It's invisible, and I'm using the nail, the front of my nail, to strum. Gives it a nice bright tone. So no pick in my hand at all, I'm just pretending like there's a pick. So I can go back and forth between a brighter tone bright tone. And here's your sort of darker tone. Not as bright because I'm not using my nail. I'm using my fingers, the skin of my thumb and first finger. Now, it is very, very different, obviously, from fretting a regular fretted guitar. It feels totally different. Now look real close so you can see the strings are pretty high off the fretboard. And some of you longtime guitar players are going to be thinking, that's crazy. That's kind of janky, Jag. Janky Jag. Well, I suppose you could call it janky. It does look totally different than what you would normally see for a stringed guitar. But don't let that freak you out. Plug it in and you'll see what you can do with it. It's quite amazing how you can play contemporary blues, rock, and country on these little dinky guitars with a rounded, fretless, basically broom handle neck. So here's more of a rockin' kind of a deal, using the nail of my first finger. Pretending like there's a pick in my hand, but there's not. If I want to do finger picking, I'm going to use my thumb and my first finger. That's how I prefer to do it. I'm using my pinky to push against the guitar so I get more stability. Lots and lots and lots of guitar players do that. So I'm using my fingers to pick, but I'm stabilizing my hand there with my pinky. Now, because there's no frets, you don't get the individual, I guess you would say, you don't get the individual notes jumping forward as you go up. You get all the in-between notes. So if you have a regular fretted guitar and you slide up, it's going to go zoop. It's going to jump to the next note as you go over the fret, but there's no fret here. So you have all the in-between notes. All I'm doing there with my right hand is my thumb and my first finger. Thumb, first finger. Thumb on the big string, first finger on the first. So check it out on my website. I've got Diddley bows and 3-string cigar box guitars of various styles, makes, colors, designs. I've got dog bowl resonators, all sorts of stuff. Been making these for 20 years. So bluesboyjag.com. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you're enjoying my channel. Let me know what type of lessons and cigar box guitar videos you would like to see. And I'll see you next time.